So this lady, congratulations to Bentley Butler. And it reminded me of a story of my grandmother. I would like you to meet my grandmother. She's passed away. I used to take care of her when she was in the old folks home. And she came to Canada and I went to Scotland. She was amazing. Her name is Mary Casey. And she's from Scotland. She's pure Scottish. She swore a little bit. And she was funny. And I loved her very much. And when I was teaching college and school, I used to go visit her almost every day in the home. She didn't know who I was in the end, but I went every day for about a year and just hung out with her and brought her flowers and everything. I never really talked about it. Mad Mary is a high flyer at 80 years old. So no, we knew a friend in the village who flies microlights. You can see in the background there. So she went for a hand gliding microlight. It's basically a plane with a lawnmower engine on it. And she went up in the air 10,000 feet and flew around. Not 10,000 feet, 1,000 feet, I don't know. And on her 80th birthday. So let's read some of the article because it's quite funny. If I can zoom in or not, I don't know. So this is my grandmother. She made the newspaper. A grandmother has vowed to take up parachuting and bungee jumping after flying in a microlight for the first time yesterday. Mary Casey celebrated her 80th birthday in style, soaring above rural Perthshire in what she called a microwave. Yeah, she kept calling it it's called a microlight. See this? Now you know where I get my plethora of knowledge from. She called it a microwave. Age Concerned Scotland, which is a group, Age Concerned Scotland hailed Mrs. Casey, who has never even seen a microlight before, as an example and inspiration to all elderly people. Mrs. Casey was given the flight as a birthday present from her daughter Patty. Has 2 children, 7 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. The flight took her almost 3,000 feet directly over her home in Dunning. That's where my mum and Tom are. Pop 1000, nestling beneath the northern slopes of the Oakle Hills. As Miss Casey raced down the runway in Perthshire Airport in her frail 90-mile-per-hour craft, she waved to her watching relatives. I need water. I never get water. As she took through the sky, she squeaked through the radio, "This is like heaven." So here's Mad Mary here. The intrepid Mary Casey on her flight. So, would you like me to read the rest of the story? Why not? Because we're going to immortalize this, you know. It's a short article. On her return to Earth, after a 40-mile round trip, she said, "I want to go up again. It was amazing, like being in heaven." She added, "I have discovered that you haven't lived until you have done something like that. It certainly beats cleaning the house, which is what I'd normally be doing at that time." And here's a little bit of her backstory. Ex-telephonist. "My only disappointment was not being able to do the loop-to-loop." Mrs. Mary, retired telephonist with the now closed Air Service Training College in Perth, which is now open again, added, "My friends at bingo already call me Mad Mary. I'm a bit of a show-off. In fact, I would do almost anything for a laugh. I wasn't scared because I've been through much worse. I was on an airplane in Canada about 50 years ago and the pilot was drunk. We all thought it would be the end for us. There is plenty of life in me yet. The next thing I want to do is bungee jump. And perhaps parachute jump. I'll use the extra 25p on my pension to save up." So it looks like she got an increase on her pension. Hey Mills Motors, how's it going? Hope you're well. Mills Motors here in the rooms. And Sand Monster, welcome to both of you. Oh, come on, Sheila. Sorry, what does the flying grandmother mixes? With eggs. It's my grandmother. We're reading an article about my grandmother. This is Mary Casey. She passed away a few years ago. And on her 80th birthday, she went up on a microlight. Daughter Patty said that she hasn't slept for 3 weeks worrying about over her mother's daredevil reproach. She said it was just wanted to be over, blah, blah, blah. Miss Kill was, blah, 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 blah. And that's about it. No. So that's Mary Casey, my grandmother in Scotland. She called it a microwave. And the reason we went to that is because in today's This day today, or Base Sky Action News rather, Cool Grandma jumped out of a plane, celebrates 95th birthday from 13,000 feet in the air. So congratulations to you, Betty Butler, and to Mary Casey, my grandmother. Living it to the fullest. That's the Base Sky Action World News. Yeah, baby. Yeah.